All right, today we're going to do a website teardown of ShopMonkey. So, as we kind of think about a website teardown, we want to approach it from the same way that people are going to navigate through a site. So, we're going to go through where most people are going to come through a website, which is going to be through the homepage. We're going to leverage Ahrefs and look at what are some of the top pages that people are going to enter in, or where they're driving traffic organically into the site. And we're going to take a couple angles there. We're going to look through kind of people entering through kind of these main conversion pages like product and solutions, and then also anything that might be coming through some of these resource pages like blogs. So that's a great way to start thinking about your website, is that it's not just homepage and then moving down from there, but considerations, particularly if you're doing SEO, of like people are going to enter your site through places other than directly typing in your URL. They're going to do a search. Ideally, you're going to show up in those search rankings. They're going to enter a certain place, and then you have to think about how do you get them from where they enter to what your ultimate goal is. And for ShopMonkey here, it's likely going to be we want to get them to request a demo, or perhaps some other form submission like a resource download or something like that. So, all right, let's kick it off. All right, so ShopMonkey, they're kind of a leader here in the space for if you have like a car repair shop or detailing or anything kind of related to cars, and doing some of this consumer level work. So doing stuff for like people who own cars as opposed to like commercial vehicles. And so they're going to be dealing with generally like small to maybe medium sized businesses for the most part. And so that's kind of how they need to approach this. I think they're doing a good job right out of the gate, recognizing that there are some other places people are going to find softwares like Capterra, Software Advice, G2. This is pretty common in the SaaS space. And so making sure that they're representing that they have lots of great reviews. And I don't love that they're actually linking out to these. If people want to go do that search, that's great. Right here on the homepage, you're kind of allowing people to click through and then see all your competitors. And so if someone's arrived here organically and then they've come to the homepage and then they're able to quickly get to this stuff to then see competitors, it's worth putting on here, but I don't know that I would make it so frictionless to just be able to jump right over to these sites. So that said, I love that they've got the request a demo after kind of giving a breakdown of exactly what they do. Would be nice to maybe see some screenshots instead of just these like randomly mocked up dashboards to show the product, but not a major issue here. Again, in this space, knowing that the people that you're not like a fly by night, and showing that you've done a lot of work. They've got 4,000 shops trusted. This is just great social proof. Then they've got videos of these people talking. That's just a great way to continue to reinforce that it's a company that has results, has proven themselves out, and that they have a footprint in the industry. They've done a good job here. I like that they've kind of interspersed these URLs linking to these specific areas on the site. These are actually going to product solutions pages. Done a really good job here integrating this to within like the basic copy on the page. So I think it's really good. It's a great way to link through. It's a great way to have someone who's reading it that thinks, I'd like to know more about this, to be able to dive in, because this is a conversion funnel, right? If they didn't click the request to demo right off the gate, they're probably looking for more information. So this would be like good navigational links to get someone exactly where they want to go, to look up information that they'd want to see to ultimately then request a demo. Again, they're doing it again with quotes and invoicing here. So touching on almost all of their different product solutions within these value props along the way. I like the headline here. I think I love like a very succinct, exactly what you do. Maybe auto shop management software, something like that. But overall, no problem there. Continuing to move down here, just more value props. Love this. Again, another navigational thing. They've kind of touched already on feature functionality within all of these links. And then they go right into all the different types of shops that they service, which is, again, a great way to get someone to see information that's specific to their shop, right? How a wrap and detail shop operates might be different than auto repair. And in particular, like this is a broad software. They're doing a lot of different things. So their feature functionality might not There's some features that are way more valuable to a wrap shop, and it might be like fourth tier on the list for auto repair. And if they understand their customer base, then they're going to highlight those features. And we're going to look at it in a second. They're going to highlight some of those features higher up that are more relevant to wrap shops. So you're just giving a more personalized experience on these pages. Ideally, we need to jump into those. One thing I'd like to see here, these learn more buttons I'd like to see them at least pop out a little bit, maybe make them the blue color that they've done with these links up above. The other is, in general, I like to have where you're going also in the text. So learn more about auto repair shop software. And typically it's whatever the keyword you're trying to rank that page for. So I just think they could do a little more. I like to see this a little longer and tell me, learn more about whatever I'm learning more about. It's good from an SEO perspective. It's good from a UX perspective. They continue to have some of the social proof right here. And then they've got case studies. We'll jump into this in just a sec. And then their customer support, learn more, chat with us with live support, and then help center or kind of a knowledge base, right? So these are kind of like bottom. And then they've got this kind of, you made it to the bottom of the page. Do you want to request a demo? And they've done a good job here in the footer of laying out the full list of all their stuff. Again, you've gotten down here to the bottom. Why not just use this space? It doesn't matter about extending the page by making this footer very large, because at this point they're at the bottom of the scroll. You're not like pushing any other information down. So this is perfectly fine. So let's jump over to Ahrefs and let's just see the pages that are ranking the best that they can get pushed through for. So this is ShopMonkey. They've got their homepage here, their pricing page. Okay, great. Then they've got the mobile app, right? So that's one of the biggest ones is their mobile app. Then they've got auto repair, which is going to be these are industry pages. And then they've got estimates. So let's take a look at mobile app overview. And then we'll take a look at estimates as well. So mobile app right here on the tools side of things. Come in here. I'll say out of the gate, I would, again, prefer a request a demo. This is one of the main entry points. It's the best ranking of the pages. I know they have it at the top right. It's the best ranking of the solutions pages. I know they have it at the top right, but this is a sales page and a subscription's required to use this app. I would guess because this is basically an ERP for shops that you can't just download the app and then pay through the app and get going. Like this is not going to be a no sales rep process. I imagine there's going to have to be a sales rep involved here. So why you would push someone directly to the app store right here, I don't know. You could have this below just in case like a current customer comes to this with their search and clicks this download. And then the other is, I hope their reviews are good on here because you definitely don't want to push someone there. Okay, they have great reviews, 4.7. So honestly, if you're going to even have that button on there, I would put like a little thing under this of like 4 points, like give your live reviews on if you're here. That's phenomenal. Almost 500 ratings and 4.7 stars. So certainly something that I would push this down. It's okay to have it up here in this kind of top section, but make it a little smaller, put the reviews under it, and also put a request a demo button right here. Good job here on just laying out some value props for it and how this solution specifically appeals to techs or whomever you're talking about in here, right? Like what specifically does this app do? They've got an example here with a phone. I like the call outs. I like the way they've pushed this out. It's kind of a creative way to make very uninteresting information look a little more dynamic. We'll see if it changes as I get in here. Yep, really good. This is clean. I really love the design template that they've used on this page. As you scroll, it kind of comes in and pushes back out. They've put kind of the VIN here. This is just really clean. I like this a lot. It makes me think that the app is going to be really polished as well. Again, talking about the communication functionality. This is just a very good page. Continuing to move down, using a little, again, social proof here. And then they've got the App Store. Again, like you've got the requested demo here. You don't even need this bottom one if you put it in right here. Again, okay having down here, put the reviews in there. Going to make it more valuable. One thing missing on this page, FAQ section, they could be getting a lot more content on here that is longer, be it like shoulder and tail terms, so long tail keyword type stuff. And so if I were to go to let's see what they try and rank for. I'm not going to check what this is mobile at, it's a weird term. So we're going to hold on the search here for a second, but FAQs, I would really use this for just spelling out some things like what kind of functionality should I look in a mobile app for managing my auto body shop or whatever you want to put there. There's certainly going to be a bunch of questions. I think a better example is what we're going to use for the other one, which is estimates, and having FAQs on that page. So we'll go to the estimates here. Again, boom, right at the top, got estimates. We're going to keep moving down here. This is a good job of them linking to some other related feature functionality here. So I think they do a good job there. The one thing I would have put on the mobile and also on this, we'll see if they have it on this page, is they talk about other feature functionality here, which is fine. I actually think it's worth putting more than just these three. Look, they have the FAQs here, so they did a good job there. But I'd also put, imagine someone came into this page, you would really want to give them an opportunity to see the specific auto shops that they service or types of auto shops that they service. And so I think they're missing an opportunity to list out all the different industries they serve with this specific solution, right? So in general, on the solutions pages, I like linking to all the industry pages, and on all the industry pages, I like linking to the specific solutions because they're very intertwined, right? And you're able to priority sort them by what industries would most value this solution on the solutions pages and kind of listing them in that order. And then on the inverse, on the industry pages, talking about the solutions that are most valuable to that industry, right? This is great. How do I send an estimate? So, what I don't love about what they've done with these FAQs is this is a sales page and they're using a bunch of questions that are related to customer support. And I'm trying to rank for keywords and draw people into this page. I don't see this as, it feels like this page is trying to achieve two things. It's trying to be both a help desk page for people who have this software, which means I would hope no one that has the software is having so much trouble finding information about how to use the app that they come to this page. They have to find this page in order to find the answer. They should know where the help desk is. They should know how to get in contact with support. This is not really the best way to do it. This is a place where you're putting in questions that someone asks as part of their evaluation and buying process for this type of software. So don't love the questions they've used here. I love, I think the layout of this is pretty clean. I'm not sure why they have a view all of our FAQ. I generally don't like those. They're not going to rank well. And it's usually just a giant list of questions, and most people aren't going to use that. So I think they could do a much better job here with this FAQs at the bottom. The other thing that they can do on this page is, let's just take a look at the layout of their H1s, H2s, all those. So they've got this as an H1 right here. Let's actually like this tool a little better. So you can click and see this, their H1. Great. So it's fine. They've got auto repair estimating software. That's fine. They've actually got it up here. They could use this maybe for a value prop and make this the H1 if they want. But since they have this in here, I'm not going to make a big, I wouldn't make a big stink out of this if this was our customer, right? These are, I believe, H2s right here, which is good. Yep. Definitely want those H2s. I think you can make these H3s because it's so related to this. So building professional digital estimates. And then here's kind of H3s, right? So the way to think about this is, can I look at this kind of layout of H1, H2, H3 and know exactly everything about what's on this page without reading any of the other content, just using the headers? And that's a good acid test here to understand if you've built a good page and if you've built your headings correctly. So moving down, let's see, we're going to keep going here. They go to want to explore more. And then you've got these inventory payment. Okay, that's fine. Those are your H3s. FAQs, H2. I mean, it said H4. You'd expect an H3. I would prefer that. You can just make it an alt style and you could look the exact same and still make it an H3. And again, we've already talked about what we could do with these FAQs. Again, a good thing to do in the FAQs is they've linked in here, and that's good to have links. Obviously, if you're writing about something else, it's very easy to link to other areas of your site or even blogs, things like that, where you go a bit deeper into a specific topic. And it's great for internal linking. All right, so let's go ahead and move on from here. So next thing to look at is we've gone through the homepage. We've gone through a couple solutions pages. Now let's see what happens if someone were to enter in on a resources page. Actually, one more before we go there. If I'm to request a demo, all right, so I'm on Simple Modern Auto Repair Estimating Software. I request a demo, and it's a basic demo page. Again, I think something that's missing here is what am I getting with a demo? Request a demo, like how long is it? You're not telling me anything about what I'm going to get. Like, is this going to be recorded? Is this going to be like a one-on-one? Typically, I would assume I'm going to get hit up by an SDR on this. And so, yeah, not sure what, I'm not sure as a user, like what's going to happen here once I submit this. And so the other thing I'd say is this is a general demo page. I like to create demo pages that relate to whatever page we were on that we got sent to. Now, this is like a nice to have. Again, it's a lot if you've got 15 different demo buttons and going to 15 different separate demo pages, that can be a lot. But again, it's one more chance before they convert to be able to provide value specifically to where they just came from and reinforce, hey, this is a demo for, we just came from auto repair estimating, or if I was coming from like a wrap and detail, right? I request a demo. Again, get an in-depth personal walkthrough of what ShopMonkey can do for your auto detailing shop. Here's a bunch of social proof right down here of auto detail shops or wrap shops or whatever kind of different industry we're talking about. And then you could have a couple, again, repeating some of the like value adds here at the bottom. I do think they do, again, a good job here. Definitely don't want to put links out from here. Like you're right at the end of the conversion process. And why are we sending them over to Capterra and Software Advice to then see a bunch of our competitors? I do not like that at all. All right, so moving away from the demo pages, let's go through these resources. I just want to see if they actually rank for anything here. So looking at this, it looks like they're not doing a great job with their SEO for their blog. So I don't have access to their analytics, but the first one that I see that's a blog is they've got an author page. That's the first one. That's not great. And then I continue to move down until I get to ShopMonkey maintenance for moms. Not great. What is a fleet shop? Okay, that's like really top funnel, fine. But yeah, not doing a great job on blog. I would bet that there's some additional terms they could rank for that they're not really doing a good job with right now with some of their product pages. We're just tearing up the website right now, and we're not tearing up their SEO strategy. Let's just say they all of a sudden are going to launch great SEO, and so we need to make sure that their blogs are optimized in a way that's going to push people through the funnel into converting. So let's just go to this fleet services one. Looks like a relatively new blog. Not getting a ton of traffic here, but that's okay. We're going to jump over to it. All right. Don't love that they've put ShopMonkey Plus and then the title of the blog. Again, just get right to it. We've got ShopMonkey in here twice. And so I can come through and look at the head title. Again, it should just be, let's say maintenance for moms is what they're trying to rank for. Great. Let's say that's a good term for them. That's fine. These are fine having this. It's not too busy up here with these breadcrumbs. That's okay. I like that they've got the demo here. It'd be nice if it floated down with this table of contents. Table of contents is not great here. Look how long this is. Again, let's look at a different blog. I think this might be, maybe this is an outlier. So let's just jump over to one of their other blogs. All right, so let's do this. Getting started with truck repair business. Okay, boom, much better. Table of contents, super clean, right? So I like this. Getting a guide to starting a truck repair business. This is good. It's very clean, very step-by-step. If I were to just read off of these headers, I would have a really good understanding of what this blog is about. So right out of the gate, what I'm looking for on this page is, this is about truck repair business. They have a auto repair. Fine, that's probably close enough. So what is the goal of this blog? It's to pull people in from an SEO perspective, and then now I need to move them into the next step of the conversion funnel. So let's see how well they're doing in terms of pushing me through. I've got no links yet. Still no links. Still no links. Still no links. All the way down here to one of their blogs about digital vehicle inspection. Then they've got finally the truck repair software. All right, so I had to get halfway down this before I even got to my first link. And then they only have 2 links in the entire blog. Like, they really missed an opportunity. They either A, don't have any other surrounding content to this article, or B, they do and they just haven't done a good job internal linking this together. So either way, they're doing something where they're leaving money on the table here. The other is, look, they've got the request a demo here at the top, and maybe someone's going to read this and jump right into a demo, but I like to give another opportunity to move a bit deeper into the funnel. So like a big thing that they're pushing here is on resources is like this shop performance quiz. Like, why would you not have maybe a call out here throughout the blog? At least like have like one big CTA here in the middle of take our shop quiz to see how your company's doing, right? Use that as that's like your mid funnel. That's your lead magnet. That's a way to, like, instead of asking someone to read a blog and then instantly request a demo, like, what is the interim step? You could also have one of those kind of like call to action banners types throughout in another spot between like a paragraph break for check out what Shop Monkey can do for your repair shop. Read more about our repair shop features, right? And then take them to the feature page. Like that's how you'd expect someone to flow through. And so as you're mapping out your content, you really want to think about, I'm producing this blog and it fits in this specific funnel. And then here's the mid funnel kind of lead magnet for this kind of, like, each of your industries or ICP should have its own kind of funnel for getting someone from blog content to mid funnel to the demo, right? Like, what does that look like on your site? You may have one of, hey, here's a step-by-step checklist for evaluating like shop auto repair software, right? And that's your lead magnet, right? So they're missing the mid part of their funnel. And if I were them, I would have, they've already got that mid funnel piece. And so now they can develop out plenty of pieces of content. If you don't have that mid funnel piece, you're probably going to want to build that before you go too heavy on blogs here, because otherwise you're missing, like, the whole mid part of your funnel is gone. You're going from like blogs to just request a demo, or blogs to a product page. And that's a bit of a jump sometimes for your targets or the people who are reading these pages. All right, so that about covers this site. But I just realized there's one more that they haven't done. On these solutions pages, they're not linking to any of their other resources. And they don't have a ton of content. I'm not sure that they're ready for like a hub, like a resource hub. This is the resource library, but if nothing's broken down, they can do like a filter here. And I do not like doing filtering like this on resource types. It's so unlikely. Like, think about the user who comes to a site and it's like, I would love to read all the blogs you have, or I would love to read all the case studies you have. Like, it's not how people consume information. They want to know, I run this type shop. I want information related to that. And so I really don't like filtering by resource type. I don't know what value that would have to someone who's using your site for information. And I also would prefer to have dedicated pages that are broken down specific to like, here's all our resources on auto repair. Here's all our resources for tire shops. Here's all our resources for quick lube shops, right? And then, at a bare minimum, having it broken down like this, where it's just kind of like, hey, here's everything we have on that. Like, take a look. But even better is like getting started, scaling your shop, like the different stages as a shop grows, because that's a way to sub-segment these different ICPs and think about like, how are you writing content to help these different ICPs along the way? And if you think about it like that, you're only going to develop content that fits the right size customer for you first and the topics most appropriate to them. So rather than like, we're going to write a ton of stuff about auto body repair shops, instead you're like, yeah, we really operate best in ones that have 5 to 10 employees. In fact, like we won't even handle the like 1 to 5 stuff. And that's where you'd start your content. It's like, all right, what are the topics most related to that? And it kind of shifts your mindset both in the content you're creating and then how you organize it on your site and kind of giving the step-by-step. Because if you know your customer really well, you're not going to have a problem at all laying out these specific steps that your customer goes through and the challenges that they have along the way. And so that's the way to kind of think about your content. Like the whole point is to be consultative here and to teach people, show them that you really understand this industry, because how else could you build a piece of software that's going to serve them really well unless you truly understand how their shops run? And the best way to demonstrate that on kind of your resources section is to show like, we get where you're at and the trouble you're dealing with at this stage of your company. So I think that's a big thing to start with before you start just churning out lots of blog content. Is like, have a hypothesis, have an ICP you want to go after, brainstorm the topics and start producing those, and then leverage those, because you can also use them in drips and things like that. And if you scattershot, like, you're not really providing a lot of value. Then you just have to send out these blasts of emails to like an entire base, and they're not very specific, and you can't you can't even nurture that. So think of it as like an email nurture, but only on a blog. All right. That's it.